After days of absolute terror, you leave the city of dancers behind, but something is still hunting you. Every single time you look at the map found in the Knights Templar Vault, a new mark appears. This time, an arrow points to a small village called, Woolpit, a quiet, peaceful English village. At least, that is how it looks from afar. When you arrive, you see a group of villagers gathered around a massive pit. Everyone is looking down. Some are terrified. Others are desperately crossing themselves. You step closer, and then you see them. Two children, a boy and a girl. That is their skin. It is entirely green. The villagers try to speak to them, but the children do not understand a single word. They speak a language no one has ever heard before. Strange sounds, short words. It sounds as if it belongs to no known nation on Earth. Then the boy notices the map in your hands. He freezes and looks directly into your eyes. Then he utters a single word. Home. Bread. They refuse it. Meat. They refuse it. Soup. They refuse it. Days pass, and everyone believes they will die of starvation. Then something completely bizarre happens. The girl spots a basket filled with green beans. She rushes to it instantly and begins eating furiously, as if she had never seen any other food in her entire life. Weeks later, the children learn a few English words. They begin to tell their story. The villagers sit around them, and you are among them. Someone asks,
"Where did you come from?"
The girl answers,
"From a land where there is no sun."
Everyone goes dead silent. She continues, "Everything there is green. The light is green. The grass is green. Even the sky was green." Then she says something that terrifies everyone. "We heard bells. Then we entered a cave. And when we came out, we found ourselves here." That night, you review the map once more. Then you notice something. The point representing Woolpit is connected by a direct line to another location, a place you've seen before, the Knights Templar Vault. Impossible. Were the children speaking of an underground world? A cave? Another dimension? Or was it just a story they invented? Then you hear the girl's cold voice right behind you.
"The portal has not closed."
The story of the Green Children of Woolpit is absolute fact, and one of the most famous mysteries of the Middle Ages. According to historical accounts, 2 children with green skin were found. They spoke an incomprehensible language. They claimed they came from a strange land called St. Martin's Land. What's the truth? Some researchers believe the green skin color was caused by severe malnutrition. Others suggest the children were lost immigrants from a foreign region whose language the villagers could not understand. Some historians argue the story was simply injected with fictional details over time. But even today, no one knows the full truth. And out of everything the children said, one single phrase continues to spark intense debate. We entered a cave and emerged in another world. And on your journey, one final mystery awaits you. A book that no one has been able to read for hundreds of years. The Voynich Manuscript. After your encounter with the Green Children, you think the journey is over. But when you open the Templar map once again, a new mark appears. The last destination, the final secret. It leads you to an abandoned monastery on the summit of an isolated hill, a place where no one dares to approach. Even the birds do not fly over it. And on the shattered gate, the exact same symbol you saw in the Templar Vault, in the Dancing Plague City, and even on the fragment of the Forbidden Mirror. It is as if all the mysteries were leading here. You enter the monastery. Dust is everywhere. Then you find a staircase leading down into a massive library. Thousands of books, but they are all rotten except for one, placed upon a stone pedestal, as if it is waiting for someone. You. The cover bears no title, no author name, nothing understandable, only strange symbols. When you open it, you feel a chill. The pages are filled with illustrations unlike anything you know. Non-existent plants, strange stars, complex circles, unknown cities, and writing that no one has ever been able to read. You look at the first page, then the second, then the third. Nothing is understandable, but suddenly you remember the mirror and place it over the page, and suddenly words begin to emerge. It is as if the book was hiding another layer. A single sentence repeats. The army moves when the stars align. You turn the pages rapidly. Now you see maps, Roots, arrows, places. These are not medical recipes. This is not botany. This is a military plan. Every single page reveals something far more dangerous. Names of fortresses, tunnels, assembly, points, signals. It is as if someone hid an entire military manual inside a book that no one could read. Then you reach the final page. On it is a drawing of a gate. The exact same gate described by the Green Children, and beneath it a phrase, "When opened, the messengers return." Suddenly you hear footsteps behind you. You turn around quickly. No one but the book has opened by itself to the final page, and right in the center, a complete map of all the places you visited. See you all the Inquisition, the Templar Vault, the Dancing City, Woolpit. They are all there, all connected by a single line, as if they are parts of a single story. Then you see the last sentence. You were never following the map. The map was following you. The wind intensifies inside the library. The candles ignite on their own. The pages turn rapidly. Symbols begin to appear on the walls. Then everything stops. Silence. You open your eyes. You are in your room, in your own time, in front of your computer screen. You breathe a sigh of relief. It was just a dream. Then you notice something, an old piece of paper on your desk. You open it. Written on it in the exact same Voynich language. The story is not over. The Voynich Manuscript is real. It was discovered in the early 20th century and is believed to have been written between 1404 and 1438. To this day, no one has successfully decoded its language with absolute certainty. The most famous theories. 1. A medical book containing plants and therapeutic recipes. 2. A coded language. A complex encryption system yet to be broken. 3. A historical hoax. A book designed to deceive people into believing it holds secret knowledge. 4. A military message. A lesser-known theory, but it suggests the symbols might hide strategic information or secret maps. But the truth, no one knows, and that is why the Voynich Manuscript remains one of the greatest mysteries in history. You survived the poisoned wells of 1348, the Inquisition, the Templar Vault, the Dancing Plague, the Green Children, and the Voynich Manuscript. But the most important question, which mystery do you think was the most real?